Hey, welcome to Guitar Knobs, the guitars, gear, noise, and nonsense podcast, hosted today by these knobs.
Tony Dudzik, pick guardian.
All right. Well, half of you anyways. Tony, you keep losing weight.
That's what happens
impressive.
when you're working on a kitchen for 12
Yeah,
hours a day.
You're sweating to the oldies.
Yes.
Yes,
me and Richard Simmons.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Todd. Novak. Welcome to the Guitar Knobs podcast. We are thrilled to death that you are listening to our show.
You don't sound thrilled.
I am more than thrilled. That was my deepest sincerity voice. Yes.
Try it again.
Nah.
Come on.
What?
For me.
I'm thrilled to death you're listening to our show, Tony.
That sounds perfect.
Okay. We are very excited because we have a guest on our show who has dazzled and bewildered audiences of guitar players with his awesome pedals here. Sir, who are you?
Hey. Jordan Johns with MMK Electrics. Dazzled?
Why not? I'm sure.
Dazzle?
I'm sure of it.
Sell the sizzle, baby. Sell the sizzle.
Yes.
Hey, I'm cool with that. I like you guys.
Well, I will take that now. We'll see what happens at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Where can people go to see this stuff?
Yes.
Oh, man. You can see us on Instagram.
Yeah.
At MMK Electrics. A lot of people say electronics, and I get that, and I forgive it instantly, but it happens quite a bit. I should have rethunk that, but you know what? We're cool with it.
Everybody says
we don't
electronics.
mind when people say it.
It's electrics.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
People miss it, and we're at www.mmkelectrics.com. I'm a 90s kid, so I still say www.
Yeah.
It's fun to say.
Yeah.
I make no apology.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, well, anyways, okay, so go and check out these pedals. We know that you've seen them. Why don't you drop a few names of known players that have razzle-dazzled, as you like to say now, with your pedals?
Oh man, I can only think of one famous person that's bought pedals from us up to this point. Ryan Adams.
Tony's going to see him this weekend.
I'm going to see him on Saturday.
Oh no! Oh, that's cool. Are we allowed to swear on this?
No, but
okay.
if you mess up, I'll fix it.
Okay, I'll be good because I do have a mouth like a sailor, and I'm like that.
Yeah,
well, it's just part of my personality, I suppose.
I think
Tony does too.
It's part of the pedal building community.
He's hoping to get his teeth fixed soon.
I can't. There's a few other guitarists that are kind of like.
Well, like the influencers, you go. Your go-tos are a couple, buddy.
Oh yeah. You're talking about influence.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got Buddy Blues. You got Ambient Endeavors. Andrew with Ambient Endeavors. Mark Hopkins has done a bunch of stuff for us. His reviews are out of this world good. Buddy's also. Who else? Pedal of the Day, Mike with Pedal of the Day. Yeah. Parapandas. Parapandas does a really good job. If you don't like talking, if you don't want to hear people talk about it and you just want to listen to the tone.
That's definitely not our audience.
Yeah, I like talking, but some people don't.
Yeah.
Who else? Brock Davidson. He does really good work. I can't really think of any others off
Jimmy
the top
Crack
of my
Corn
head.
up in Idaho, right?
Jimmy Crack Corn. Yeah,
I don't care.
He's done 10 reviews on pedals I haven't built yet.
Yes. Well, they're all out there. We encourage you guys to go listen, and
buy some.
Buy some. Get a little taste. Have a little taste. And then make some decisions. By the end of this, we're sure that you are going to be enamored and probably befriended by our friend here.
I love being enamored and I love being friended. So let's do it.
That's all right. Yes. All right. Yes. Okay. We do have a couple of announcements real quick. First of all, we're giving away after the show tonight. We're giving away two shirts. Yes, one from. Hang on. There it is. Tony, read it.
Wildwood Guitars.
Wildwood Guitars. And one from my pal Gullet.
Chase
Gullet Guitars, yes. So we got those 2 shirts to give away, and those are going to go to Fox Hill Studios. Yes, Eric Hill at Fox Hill Studios. Congratulations. These are going to be shipped out your way. We'll have a little video of it. So if you hear this before you see the video, just when you see it, just act surprised.
Yes.
Okay. The second thing is our good friend Dr. No. I've been talking with him. Well, not just recently, but I he's a good friend. I talked to him, and he has got in the release sites these incredible. Where they go? Where are they? Where are they at? They're right here. These incredible skull fuzz. This is probably the last time he's going to do them, I think. Tony, how do you explain this? It's like a wedge pedal with a fuzz skull with a skull
on the front of it.
And on the back where your foot goes, it says fuzz in huge letters. And it's got like big
just in case you couldn't
veins
tell
and stuff going down it. It's crazy. It comes in gold, copper, silver, and black. And they are not for the faint of heart for all kinds of reasons. But these are very exclusive pedals, and they're works of art. Everything he does is a work of art, and it's really cool that he's putting these out again. So if you're interested in that, you can go over to Dr. No Effects and check them out, okay? And say hi to Dr. No from wherever you're driving right now. Just out loud, say hi. There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Done. Okay. Also, last thing. And
wow,
this
you got a lot of announcements.
We got a lot of stuff coming in. This one, we need both of your opinions on this, Tony and Jordan.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Why won't it? There it is.
There you
okay.
go.
I got to show more.
Show more.
So this is from Darren Gregory. Okay.
Darren, yes.
He's one of our supporters, longtime friend of the show. He says, "Hey, listen, I have something you guys might be able to help me with, or maybe it's a topic for the podcast. I recently bought a used ESP LTD EC 256. Think Les Paul.
Lots of letters.
Yeah. It's pretty close to mint condition. It's a beautiful guitar, and I got a great deal on it. The thing is that the pickups, stock, I believe, are just lifeless. Mm-hmm. No punch, just kind of blah. Mm-hmm. Maybe I expected something different. I totally imagined it to be more of a high output, crunchy kind of thing. But it's more of a flat sounding thing that will make you lose interest pretty quick. So, of course, I want to swap the pickups and wake this thing up. I'm a pure metalhead, so I'm thinking maybe some Seymour Duncan Black Winter or Nazgul Sentient set. That sounds very
sentient.
Yeah, sentient set. That sounds very, very, very dark and very low and loud. Mm-hmm. Just something high output like that. Here is my question for you guys. Should you pay more for an upgrade than you paid for the guitar? The EC 256 retails around $450 to $550. I bought mine used from a guy for $220.
Okay.
The pickups I'm looking at are $218 on Reverb, just $2 less than I paid for the guitar. Do I think of it as a $500 guitar and a $200 upgrade to make a $700 guitar?
No.
Or a $220 guitar with an upgrade that cost almost as much as I paid for the guitar? Is that legal, ethical, smart, dumb? This is actually a really, really good question.
Well, it's a conundrum.
I'm not done yet, Tony.
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
Or do I put some money into a really good overdrive distortion pedal so I don't have to do any soldering? Soldering. I've tried a Boss OS2 through a Katana on the crunch, lead, and brown settings, and it still sounds flat to me.
Yeah.
Am I overthinking it? Should I just do the pickup upgrade?
Yeah.
But is there a point where you wouldn't pay half as much as the guitar cost to new to upgrade? Or when the upgrade costs the same amount as that you paid for the guitar? It might be a dumb question in guitar terms, and it isn't a ton of money, but I am curious about how you guys might think about that.
Yeah.
I've already responded to him,
Yes.
but I would love to hear your responses. Tony,
Would you like me to go first?
Yeah, and actually, no, you've been talking this whole time. Jordan, how about yourself?
I want to go first.
Yes.
You go first,
I
Jordan.
came on here to talk. You guys wanted to interview me.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Fire away.
Okay, I'll fire away here. For me, it starts at the fingers, right? That's where tone starts, is at the fingers, in your mind and in your fingers. And then it's going to go to a string, and then it's got to go through a pickup. So, I mean, I have no problem. I've bought many Squires, $300, $400, $500 Squires, and put, $350 sets of pickups in them. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's always going to be, no matter what you do to it, it's like a rifle or maybe even a car. No matter how much work you do to it, it's still going to be a Ford. It's still going to be a Remington 800. It's going to be what it originally was, and that's okay, Put some good pickups in it. You might have some dead poles. I've seen that a lot. It's just something that you can't really fix. Go buy some pickups, get some Fralins. I'm in his wheelhouse.
Okay. I like that. Tony?
Well, as speaking as someone who has done this more times than should be allowed, I mean, I have always felt that if you want to customize a guitar, it's going to cost money. I mean, and truth be told, ESP makes some great guitars. Their LTD line is kind of like their Gibson's Epiphone. Mm-hmm. And so they don't spend a lot of money on pickups.
And it doesn't mean limited, does it? I thought it meant something different.
Well, LTD is for limited. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I heard that it wasn't actually for that, and I was like, really?
Oh, really? Oh, that makes sense.
Just like 747s don't fly.
Yeah, okay.
On paper.
In real life too.
Go ahead.
So I have multiple times. I've put $200 or maybe $300 worth of parts
doing this.
into $100 or $150 guitars. So
Yes.
I have absolutely no problem with it if it's going to be something that you want to do,
That you want to play.
and you're going to want to play it. And if a good set of pickups makes you want to play that guitar even more, yeah, I have no problem with that. I mean, it sounds like he's going more towards the metal side. I mean, I'm not a big EMG fan, but a lot of metal people, that's what they play. I mean, it's EMG.
And I'm not sure what kind of pickups actually come in that.
It sounds like it's just
active.
humbuckers.
Oh, passive. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably passive in the
You're
LTD.
passive.
Yeah, you're passive aggressive. So yeah,
And knock it off, you two.
Darren, just do it. And I don't think buying a pedal at this point, not that it wouldn't be fun, but I don't think it's going to make much difference.
No.
Yeah, if you have crappy pickups, it's going to not sound great anyhow.
Yeah.
So put the pickups in it, and then go buy the pedal.
I agree. I haven't done this as much as Tony, but I have a recent acquisition that I'm looking at right now. I have told the story about getting the Explorer. I got a black Epiphone Explorer for about the same price, and it was like $200. It still had the plastic on all the metal parts. I got a stupid deal, and I was just excited. I'm like, here's sort of a blank slate that I didn't fork over a ton of money for, but that I get to make mine. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the other aspect of this that might be overlooked beyond the function. When you start to customize your own thing, it's so much more fun, I think.
Yeah.
And
it's like putting a new pick guard on a guitar.
I put a new pick guard. I acid dunked the the hardware
metal bits, yeah,
and put in a Brandon wound 12 pole or 12 screw pickup in the back, and converted it to a one pickup thing. And it was like I did everything I could do it. Oh, threw in this cool little filter switch on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I it was a great investment. because now it's mine and it's something different and special.
It's one of
There's
a kind.
no other like that in the world.
I just said that.
Yes. That makes it
Doubly
unique.
good.
Anyways.
It makes it doubly good.
So, Darren, I hope we helped you out, and good luck with that. It is a great question.
Let us know how it comes out.
Yeah, for sure. You got to send us some pics and stuff, man. Pictures, not pics. Don't send us pics. That's a waste of a stamp. All right. Them's all the announcements. Now, let's get on to what's going on in our music world this week. Tony Baloney's going to start us off. Then we'll kick it over to Jordan.
So last time we got together, I was discussing Sir Paul McCartney coming here to Columbus. And today...
Oh, I heard in the record store the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Everybody was talking about it.
Well, so today I got my early buyer fan link, whatever you want to call it. And I think the Ticketmaster opened at 10 o'clock or something. Their sale started at 10. I couldn't get on for... I just left it running in the background, and finally about maybe 2 hours later, 3 hours later maybe, they say, all of the $50 to $175 tickets are sold out.
Yeah.
So the only thing that was left, things that were left, and I imagine once it's opened up to the general public in a couple of days, there'll be some other ones that, in the nosebleeds. But the cheapest tickets when I was able to get on were $850.
Oh, my goodness.
And I said, you know what? I love the Beatles. I love Paul McCartney. I don't love them that much.
You can get a deal when it exists. Because they're not just going to leave those seats empty.
Yeah, well, of course they're not. But the floor seats ranged from $1,500 to $1,800. I mean,
that's crazy.
I would if I shelled out that kind of money, I would not have a good time at the show.
No,
it's just like people drinking $200 bottles of wine.
Yeah,
I like wine. I just wouldn't be. I wouldn't have fun drinking that expensive of a bottle.
I would.
Well, of course you would.
Yeah.
Wow.
With a straw. Anyways.
I cut it with some club soda.
Well, we'll see how this pans out.
So, we'll see. We'll keep, if there's some things out there, Paul, if you're listening,
swing by the studio.
Yeah, come on down.
We'll make you on the show.
I'll make you a pick guard for that, the Hofner that got you just got back, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
If you take care of me.
Yeah. You got to scratch each other's backs here.
Yeah. Quid pro quo, as they say. So So we shall see. If there's any
developing stories in the works,
developments, we'll report.
Do you remember when the actual show is?
It's November the 5th.
Oh, that's actually. I thought it'd be like in the spring or something. Usually when they do the big ones come in, they give a pretty long runway. But anyways, is Paul McCartney making it up your way, Jordan?
I really don't think he's coming up here.
Yeah.
Nobody comes up here unless it's for the Alaska State Fair. We don't really get those shows. It's kind of a bum deal, especially where I live, right?
Yeah.
We don't get anything like that. Salmon Fest, we do get some acts for Salmon Fest. Like last year we had Dawes, which was like, that was a pretty big deal. I didn't go. I wanted to go, but I didn't go. But, that was a pretty big deal. But other than Salmon Fest and the Alaska State Fair, usually they bring in like I think last year we had Slightly Stupid, or it was Stick Figure. I don't remember. But we always get the big country acts, like big country singers that come up here for Alaska State Fair. But no, I don't think Paul McCartney is gonna make it.
Yeah.
Neither is Oasis.
I do think what would be a really, really epic show, and this is this band, if you know, and if you don't, you probably should. But I think it would be incredible to see Sigur Rós play under the Northern Lights. Oh my gosh, that would be incredible. Anyways,
that would be a Pink Floyd Leisure show.
Yes.
Under the Northern Lights.
Yes.
Sweet.
Anyways, okay. So, oh wait, it's my turn.
No,
No, it's his turn.
it's Jordan's
It's
turn.
Jordan's turn.
What's going on in your music world this week, Jordan?
Well, in my music world, I am facing a dilemma. And since you brought up Paul McCartney, I am going to bring up Oasis. I mean, I'm looking at tickets to like Pasadena, California, which would probably be the closest venue that I would hit. You know, you got Chicago, Illinois, and I've been tickling this for a few days. I grew up on Oasis. You know,
If you go to the Chicago one, we are going. There's a group of us going.
Well, I would love to take my wife and go. And I might, you know, maybe if our next release does like really, really good, you know, because we've been pouring money into this, you know, into MMK Electrics like crazy. Sure. Can you guys hear the plane going by?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just how it's gonna be. We live pretty close to an airport. Anyways, man, I'm really chewing on it. For the last few days, I've been looking at this. You know, like I said, I'm 42. I grew up listening to, you know, Oasis, and they were like my band, right? I had sideburns when I was 15.
You're speaking to me, man.
You know, I mean, Noel Gallagher's right up there with like probably top 5 guitar hero of mine. Jack White, Noel Gallagher, you know, Tommy Bolin, you know, it would just be so cool, you know, to go and see them. I think I need to do it, man. It's going to be a once in a lifetime thing, you know. I never thought it would happen,
right?
You know,
right.
Until, you know, when did they announce it? Last year?
Or maybe it was
even this year.
It was this past spring.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching Noel on that pedal show, and I don't even think they were talking about it yet, and that wasn't that long ago. Anywho, yeah, I think we're gonna have to. You see, it's difficult though, you know.
No, last fall, sorry.
$1,000.
Yeah, but anyways, it doesn't matter.
we're gonna do $1,000 in tickets, and then we're gonna be like $1,000 in plane tickets, and then you got, you know, food and
just take the moose, man.
Room.
It's like a tandem.
Here's what you can do.
I'm going to do it.
Here's what you can do.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of that salmon from the Salmon Fest and bring it down and sell it along the way.
Yeah, like avocados.
Yeah.
Genuine Alaskan salmon. Or you can do king crab.
Yeah. But then you have to go to
that stuff's like $80 a pound. I mean, you know.
Not if you catch it yourself.
Kind of like your pedals.
Right. You know, really, it's only like 15 pedals and we'd be good to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. You know, that's how I justify things. I'm like, I'm always like, hey, I always look at my wife and I'm like, you know, if I sell 200 pedals over the next 2 months, I'm going to buy a car.
Yeah, there you go.
Or, you know, something like that. Or I'm going to go buy that guitar.
Yeah.
You know, that's a 10 pedal guitar. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, dude, it makes me happy to hear as I'm running into more and more people who are expressing their their love of Oasis. I'm actually going out to hang out in UK with Hello Sailor. And
oh wow.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the show out there and do all the things, and I'm beyond excited for this. I've been waiting for this for a long, long time. So I completely understand your dilemma, and just do it.
Yeah.
Life passes pretty quick.
You know, when I was in high school, I wanted to be an astronomer, right? And I went up to my teacher, Mr. Diefenbach, and I'm like, hey, I want to be an astronomer, but I don't like math. And he's like, are you going to let that stop you? Just math? And here I am building pedals, and I'm an RF engineer. I did not land. Yeah. I did not land on the astronomer, but I still stayed in science, and I still have to do a lot of math.
Yeah. You know what's hilarious is similar to that. When I was in high school, I had a teacher who tried to get me into I was taking an architecture class, and I guess I did really, really well in it. And she actually submitted me to, tried to get in touch with a couple of colleges, and I got University of Miami, Florida, sent me letters and said, we want you to come check out the school and everything. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I never thought about that really. Actually, I did because Mr. Brady was an architect, and I thought that was really cool. And he was cool, and he had a cool car and a cool house. But this, she said, oh, it's going to be amazing because, all this, your drawings are great and everything. And if you go do that, it's going to be incredible because everything's on the computer. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not doing no computers. Now, this is back in like 87, 80, 88, something like that.
Huh.
And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And she's like, but what do you mean? And so I don't know. I could have been an architect, I guess. But I said, no, I'm absolutely not doing it. And the hilarious thing is, all I've done in my career is work on computers in the advertising industry. So it's like, you never know, don't say no because who knows? That's my
Never say never.
That's the thing. All right. So
Hey,
this
speaking
week,
of Todd, what's going on in your world this
Well,
week?
I've got a follow up to my previous one. This is the Lindy Fralin story,
part
as you
3
brought up, Jordan. So I went over to Chase's shop, and I said, all right, got this sweet pickup. Let's put it in. Says, all right, let's tear it apart. And when we put it in, he's like, hey, this doesn't fit. And I was like, what? And we already had the whole thing apart. And so it was just a bit too tight because it was all like Chinese parts.
Was it the
I guess.
cover? Or
the cover? Yeah, we couldn't get the cover in there.
why didn't you use the cover from the other pickup?
Because the poles didn't line up. So everything, so we actually had to sand out. We didn't ruin the top finish of the, but it just, you couldn't put a human hair in between the sides.
Yikes.
So anyways, we did that. And then we put in some new pots.
Good
Got
idea.
some bigger pots.
Yeah.
And then we tried to drop that in, and they were too close to the edge. So then we had to re-jimmy the pick guard and make it an oblong thing. And then we got them in there, and then I said, hey, the nut is a little on the high side. Let's take that down. And I'm trying to remember what the problem with that one was. It was just like one thing after another.
Went one stroke too far.
And and then when we actually got it in and tested, he goes, man, this thing sounds completely anemic. What's wrong with it? It doesn't sound right. I thought it weird. And he's like, I bet you got a busted wire in there or something, or there's one of the wines is screwy and it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So we fiddled around with a bunch of other things. We resoldered it, reversed the wires, did the whole thing like the Fralin website says and everything. And we got it going, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. I plugged that in now into the Vox with the new Aliga, and I was just like, oh man, it sounded good.
Yeah.
I was really, really, really happy with that.
Yeah, that's a good. No, that's
the
really smart.
the noiseless one.
The noiseless P90. Yeah.
And I still have the regular P90 that came with the Eastwood in the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And when you flip it, and it's like a regular P90. It's night and day from a noise standpoint.
Yep. Good choice.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh, man. What we didn't do was mess around with a bunch of pedals. But if we did, actually we did do, because we have these incredible MMK pedals right before our eyes. And you know what we use to stitch all these together? Tony does.
I do. I bet it's Tour Gear Design patch cables.
You're correct. Tour Gear Design patch cables out of Canada, making some mighty fine pedal cables. And the cool thing is, if you go to the site and you load up your cart and you get all the good stuff.
Well, let's talk about the cables a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, they're super.
The plugs.
Very small jack footprint.
Flat cable.
Yep.
Take up much less space.
Top to bottom, side to side. It's got
Likely
all the
fit another pedal or
Yes.
two on your pedal board.
For sure. Now you're going to go over to the cart and you're going to hit purchase. But don't worry, you're not actually purchasing yet. That is the secret button to get our code to save 15% off of your order.
At least the space to put the code in.
Yes. So put the guitar knobs, all one word. You're going to get that percentage off. You're going to get a great package.
15%, I'm told.
That is, while it lasts. And then you're going to get all those pedal patch cables coming your way, and you'll be happy.
You'll be very happy.
Yes. Thank you to Tour Gear for sponsoring our 4 on the Floor.
Let me get a little bit of this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
4 on the Floor. All right. Jordan from MMK, what is your 4 on the Floor?
All right. Well, I told you this a little earlier that I was going to kind of wing this off the top. I find brutal honesty is what's fun. That's what you want to hear out of people, right?
I like that.
So, yeah. So, like when I went on the Mark Hopkins show, I was kind of like writing down things I wanted to say. And then right when it was about to start, I'm like, nope, At Home with Mark, right? You've watched his show. Great show. I took the little list and I'm just like, bloop, put it aside. I'm not, let's just let it flow, right? So 4 on the Floor for me. For a long time, and I still am, I really like the Protein. I have 3 of them. I love the Protein, but I kind of took it off, and I have a replacement for it. The Love Pedal Amp 11.
All right.
That pedal is amazing. It's like tube distortion. It's got an incredible boost circuit in it. Good 2-stage overdrive. Love that pedal. If that's it for me at this point in time. The Amp 11 as for like an overdrive. I think I'm gonna do overdrive.
Is it modeled after any particular is like an amp in a box thing? I'm not as familiar with this one.
It's been around a long time. I don't know if it's modeled after anything. I think Love Pedal's pretty original. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think Sean with Love Pedal does. I don't think he really puts out a lot of stuff unless it is like an original circuit or has a very high percentage of the circuit that is original. If you ask me, I love the way he does gain stages. I love the way he does gain knobs. The way he biases, gain in his pedal, it's incredible.
I'm gonna have to check this out.
Modeled after anything, I know that the boost circuit is just a very basic but well done, common emitter amplifier, right? It's got a single transistor. It's not biased off of like a feedback, between your collector and your bass, but rather it's like a what do you call it? It's the 2 resistors. I can't think of the name of it now. But anyways, it's not biased. It's biased to be a clean, but he does have that bypass cap in there to really put all that to ground and really raise the volume. Tube-like distortion on that boost circuit, and then it's just an op amp, I believe. A couple gain stages, voiced just really well.
If you had to compare it to another pedal, what would you compare it to?
If I had to, if you made me, if I had to, I would compare it to like the overdrive side of the pedal. I would compare it to like a Timmy or a Lightspeed. Something of that nature, maybe the Love Pedal Eternity, something like that. It's just a great overdrive. I love it. I've fallen in love with it, and I can't get enough of it. Before that, yeah, it would have been like a Protein, or I really do like the Plimsoll Mark II from Full Tone. Mm-hmm. But 4 on the Floor right now, when it comes to an overdrive, it's going to be the Love Pedal Amp 11.
Okay,
it's cool.
Check it out.
Check that one out.
Yeah,
and I think he still makes that one. I think that one is a currently produced pedal also, so you probably get it for a couple $100. Would be my guess. When it comes to like fuzz, I wanted to give a fuzz, and this has been my favorite fuzz for about 2. I hate to use the word favorite, right? Because I have so many fuzzes that I just absolutely adore and so jealous. Like the Berserker Moldy Peach. Have you guys heard about that one?
I'm looking
Berserker
it up. We just had Berserker
Peach
come up on the show recently.
Oh, no way.
The Moldy Peach. Yes.
Oh, man. That Moldy Peach is awesome. I absolutely love my Norse fuzz. I love my Norris Fuzz. I'm proud of that circuit.
Uh-huh.
But when I plug in the Moldy Peach, part of me wants the Norris Fuzz to be like the Moldy Peach. In all honesty, that's brutal honesty. It's such a good fuzz. If I was to liken it unto something, God, I don't know. It's definitely not like, I don't think it's like Big Muff territory. It's different than that. It seems like it's got a lot of mids in it. I'd probably be like, if I had to compare it to something, oh man, that's really tough. Maybe the JHS Ross Fuzz a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe like a hype. Maybe someone that's making a rat that's really like on steroids. You know, really, really, really gassing it. You know, maybe something like that. I got so many pedals in here. I'm trying to looking around the room, but yeah. Anyways, that one deserves a really good shout out. But if I had to have it on the floor, it would be the October Audio November Fuzz. I've been in love with that thing for a couple years now. Buddy Blues demoed that with the Red Cream Soda. They tied those two together. And that's going to be my fuzz on the floor, and the great octave fuzz. It's a mini enclosure too, so footprint friendly, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's got a good color on it. It's a one knobber, even better. November Fuzz, October Audio. That is a really good octave fuzz, and octave fuzzes are I really like octave fuzzes. That's kind of where I live. Modulation. The Flint, I'm boring. I like to play it safe sometimes, and the Flint is my modulation. I love tremolo. Tremolo and Univibe are like my favorite effects. You know, modulations. So it's got to be the harmonic tremolo on the Flint and the plate reverb on the Flint. I love those two settings. That's kind of like an always on thing for me, honestly. I might have them turned down a little low.
Remind me, does the Flint do a good square?
A good square wave?
Yeah.
I would say, for tremolo, I would say.
Yeah, I can't remember if it does or not.
No, it's got. Well, here, let me grab. It's got an amp. See, I live at harmonic tremolo on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the other stuff is.
Yeah,
because that's where I keep it. Yeah, you got the harmonic tremolo tube, a 63 tube tremolo, and then you have the photocell tremolo.
Yeah.
But I live on the harm.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Because I was considering that for my board, and I feel like we were talking to somebody, and they're like, yeah. I feel like I heard that it doesn't do a real, because I got a couple songs where I'm using a really, really heavy square.
Yeah, I would say that it doesn't, because it doesn't have a setting for it. Now the Kodiak, here, hold on, let me go grab it. Yeah, okay, so you got the JHS Kodiak, and I used to play this one quite a bit back in the day. It's been a long time since I picked it up. It's dusty, but the JHS Kodiak has the square wave setting on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would probably be a good option for you.
Yeah.
Maybe the Hummingbird from Earthquaker. That'd probably be a good one.
We had that. We just did actually one of our episodes. We started doing we took the 4 on the floor to a full episode level, and where we take like we said, okay, utility tremolo. Utility being you could take this to any gig. You could use it anywhere. It does all the things, right? But it's not. They weren't modeled after amps. They didn't have some kind of super unique, weird thing about it that it only came. That it only did. So yeah, we went through several of them. I actually landed on the Diamond.
Okay.
Tried and true.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyways, this is your thing. You talk. You keep telling me to jump in and interrupt you. I don't understand that.
I haven't told you to do anything. I don't tell anybody to do anything. I gave up that life a long time ago.
All right, what's next?
All right. Well, the last one would have to be, I have to say it's my all-time favorite circuit. It's basic. It's been around forever, but it works, and it works really, really well into my Matchless Chief. That would be just a good, well-biased, correctly biased, I should say, germanium boost, just like a Ranger circuit, treble booster circuit, right? That has to be in there somewhere. I might not be using it with my overdrives, right? Mm-hmm. But it's going to be on the floor for me. If an alien came down, from outer space and said, "Hey," well, I don't know where else.
I mean, if you believe in science, but
if an alien or Bigfoot or a ghost showed up and said, "Hey, Jordan, show me your very best tone," I would be like, "All right, well, here's my strat into a Ranger circuit, treble boost circuit."
Yeah.
Into the front of my Matchless Chief, with it about a 7 on the preamp.
And then you say, so anyways, here's Wonderwall.
Yeah, you're not going to get Wonderwall with that tone. But, you might get alcohol, cigarettes and alcohol.
Yeah.
And that's even better, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great song.
Do you have one in particular that you have that you love?
Well, I love my JHS Germanium Boost. I really like my full tone Ranger, JHS Germanium Boost. That limited one they did here a few years ago. They only built I think 700 of them.
Yeah.
If you see, that's the thing. If it's well done, it could be any of them.
Yeah.
I've heard that the what's that guy out of the UK? Thorpe. I heard he Buddy Blue says he makes one of the best ones he's ever heard. I think he called that the Half Blue.
Yeah.
Is it the Half Blue? That'd probably be a good one. But if you had to have me pick today, it would be a toss-up. It would be a toss-up between... Well, no, it wouldn't be a toss-up because I can't use my own pedal, right? So it'd be the JHS Germanium Boost. But it's the same circuit as my P&P Boost, right? It's literally the same circuit. You're almost right down to the transistor. So, yep, that's what it would be, man. JHS Germanium Boost. That was well done.
All right. I know for a fact that our friend Chris at R2R makes a wicked, wicked good Germanium Boost.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not, are you familiar with R2R?
I've seen. I don't have any of his pedals, but I've followed him for a while. I've seen his work.
Oh man, it's so good.
So
if you're ever feeling, like, hey, yeah, how about that right there? That could be pretty amazing.
RTR is going to build a good one. Dominion. Aaron, I think he's building one now. I bet you $100 bill. He does a damn good job. Van Diemen's, I think he's out of Germany. Bet you he does a real good with them too. Mm-hmm. There's quite a few of them. It's such an if you know what you're doing, you can really make. If you know what you're doing with that circuit, you can make something that's just really, really nice, tone wise and aesthetically too. There's just, it's such a great circuit. And even on my P&P Boost that I make on the circuit board, I put "You're my favorite," because that is my favorite circuit.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay. Well, with all that said, let's get into some talking about some pedals and stuff, eh?
Hey, send it.
Okay. And by the way, I'm trying to think. The R2R I might be thinking of the germanium distorter. But pretty sure he did.
Well, I
he
have
has
the,
a
I
one
have
knob.
the. Well, we both have the
that.
amp top.
Yeah, but you got. Did you
treble
get the
booster.
germanium?
Yeah, it's germanium.
No, the just the germanium pedal. I think it's a
No.
Fuzz. I think it's a fuzz face. It may not be a boost. I'll have to check it out and
Oh,
straighten that out.
I'm sure he probably does a Ranger types,
Yeah.
treble boost circuit.
Yeah.
That's like his bread and butter. So,
Yeah.
anyways, okay, we've got 3 pedals here, and anybody who saw me opening up the well, actually, we didn't open them up because, well, you said, yeah, well, I don't need to do that, so I didn't. But when I was about to, I opened them up and I said, wow, there's 3 of them here, because that would explain the weight of the bike. These are each. What do you think this is, Tony?
85 pounds.
No, but this is what 3, at least 3 pounds.
Yeah, that's 2 pounds.
2 pounds?
2 pounds.
You think?
2.395 pounds.
Do you know what they are, Jordan?
I do. I absolutely do. So they weigh in a shipping a package, a 6x4x4 box with 1 pedal weighs 1.8 ounces. So pound and a half.
1.8 ounces?
1.8
Yeah, 1
pounds.
pound, 8 ounces. Pound and
1
a half.
pound to 8 ounces. I thought you said 1.8 ounces, and I was like, that's not a
Oh, no.
pound.
maybe
Okay.
that's what I did say.
They feel heftier than that.
They do feel hefty.
Yes.
Oh, maybe the scales are wrong, but that's I thought the same thing. When I put it on the scale and it was like 1 pound 8 ounces, I was like, oh man, I thought they were going to be at least 2 pounds.
Yes. So we're all in the same boat there. Anyways, so the interesting thing is we've got one called the Red Cream Soda, and
Yep.
awesome graphics on that. Love them, and I love the Pavolof Fuzz, which you gave us 2 of these because one is a fuzz face circuit and the other one is a Darlington circuit. So we're going to learn all about that.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you all about them. I'll tell you as much as you want to know.
Excellent.
Well, why don't we start with how did you get started in the pedal world?
That's a great one.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's story time with Jordan.
Did you actually grow up in Alaska?
Negative. I'm originally from Idaho.
Okay.
I spent the first. I've been up here in Alaska for 12 years now. So I spent the first 30 years of my life in Idaho, and yeah,
That was a lucky pick in our earlier chuckle bucket there when I threw out the Jimmy Crack Corn in Idaho.
right.
You're like, wait a minute, I know him.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mom still lives in Idaho with my sister. We're actually going to fly down there on the 27th. We're going to fly down there.
I've got family at Bear Lake there, or at least I did.
No, are you for real?
Yeah, my
Dude,
wife. That's where my wife is. My wife, she was there.
I used to live in Montpelier.
Oh, that is interesting.
That is, what's her last name? What's her maiden name?
Coy, Kooi.
Huh?
So there's a whole bunch of there's a bunch of Pugmeyers up there. Her mom's,
a lot of Pugmeyer.
Yeah, that's them.
That's nuts. You see, I worked in the Bear Lake Valley for
That's
about
crazy.
I worked in the Bear Lake Valley for about 10 years, and I lived there for about 2 years. Well, no, it was longer than that. 2 or 3 years. I lived in the Bear Lake Valley for 2 or 3 years, but I've worked in the Bear Lake Valley since
She's
2002.
gonna flip when I tell her that.
Yeah. So when I first got my career started in my day job, let's just call it my day job in broadband, wireless broadband, telecom. Let's just say telecom.
Okay.
When I first got my career started in telecom, I worked for a company in Rockland, Idaho called Direct Communications, and they owned the telco in the Bear Lake Valley, Paris, Idaho, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bloomington, Ovid, that area. So I spent 10 years driving around Dingle and Ovid and Bloomington and Paris and Montpelier and Georgetown and Nownan and Soda Springs. That's what I did for about 10 years of my life before I moved up here to Alaska. So, and I remember the name Pugmire. So I guarantee you that I there's a very strong chance that I installed internet in her childhood home. however creepy that
is
sounds.
Wild.
That's nuts. Yeah. Bear Lake Valley. What a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, that being set aside, so I've been building pedals for probably about, I think probably 15, 16, 17 years at this point. But it was only up until about 3 years ago, I would say. Yeah, it was probably summer of 2022 when we decided, well, it was pretty much my wife. My wife was like, I've told this story before, so this is, if anyone's listened to me talk before, you're probably going to hear the same thing over again. But I was a huge follower of JHS. I was always watching their videos. I was always watching that pedal show. I was always watching, PJ and the Beard, Andy with, reverb and what was his older, anyways, Andy,
yes.
You know who we're talking about. Anyways, and she knew that I was she knew that I was really, really into it. I'd always buy pedals and buying guitars and playing with amps and trading guitars and trading pedals, right? And so at some point in time, she's like, why don't you start trying to build some? And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a whirl. And I have huge metalworking background. I've got a lot of hours on a lathe, and I've got hours and hours on vertical knee mill and grinders and, welding. I used to gunsmith for quite a while, quite a long time, rather, I should say. So I had a lot of metalworking under my belt, and I said, well, if I'm going to do this, I definitely want to be different. Right? I just don't want to buy, and there's nothing wrong with buying a cast enclosure and putting a really good circuit in it and selling it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I did want to do something different than what everybody else was doing. And so I thought bent metal closures was the way to go for me. So started building them, I bought a brake, a pan and sheet brake, and started bending enclosures myself. Boy, that took a while to figure out. And then, I just didn't want to UV print. I didn't want to water slide it. Nothing wrong with it. It works, gets the job done. But I decided that I wanted to screen print them myself. So, that's how it started. It was probably about the summer of 2022. And I started out with the red cream soda. That was the first one. I said, hey, I want to do an overdrive and I want to do a fuzz. I think that's pretty much where everybody starts, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. So that's where I started. Came up with the red cream soda. I am a fan of the Klon. I'm a fan of the Tube Screamer. I'm a fan of all overdrives. I decided that I wanted to kind of try to take a couple overdrives and kind of stitch them together a little bit. See what I could do there, and out popped. I was a big fan of the Way Huge Red Llama. So I know that I wanted to work with that chip. It's evolved into something completely different now, but that's where I wanted to start. So I just started the process, man. You
talked about your. I am blown away at how well these things are made. I mean, honestly, I pulled them out. I was like, wow. The craftsmanship on this, the tolerances on your enclosures are remarkable, and
thank you.
Yeah, and great graphics. In fact, I was sitting there going, "Man, with the texture, that must have been really tricky to get the silk screen so tight on this." You really done an exceptional job. I mean, honestly.
Thank you. Yeah. Some people wanted me to do them in aluminum, and I said, I don't want to use aluminum. I want to use steel. Yeah, I want to be different,
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of how I operate. That's kind of how we operate the business. Is I try I try as hard as I can to do something different than what everybody else does. That's my main goal. Like with I have bags now for our pedals. I don't put the pedal in the bag because everybody puts the pedal in the bag. I don't.
Yeah.
I leave it outside of the bag. Why do you do that? You're buying the bag because I don't want to do what everybody else does.
That's fair.
I want you to take that bag and put marbles in it, or something. I don't know. Take that bag and put snacks in it or something. I don't care. Do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Use it to carry around if you go to your friend's house, put the pedal in the bag then, right? So
yeah.
I tried. Things like that. I chose steel, 16 gauge steel to build those.
Well, when you started these, how many years ago?
It would have been summer of 2022 is when I really started to start breaking metal.
Man, you were right at the very crest of. I think there was a point in time when everybody kind of said, okay, so what else is there besides these Hammond enclosures? And now it's like it's hard to actually almost every pedal that I'm seeing that comes out is kind of following there's a handful of people that are doing the bent boxes.
Yeah.
And
right.
But I'm telling you, man.
Even got Greer is starting to do it.
Yeah.
And then you have that whole line from Keeley. They're doing it.
And Native Audio started doing theirs too. And
okay.
Yeah. But honestly,
they're all making them out of aluminum.
These are just. I'm just truly impressed, and I'm not blowing smoke. We see a lot of pedals, man, and yes, well done. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. We do take I've goofed up on a few, here and there. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect, but we really try to make every one just like the ones that you have in your hand.
Yeah.
And I tell people, if you're happy, tell your friend. If you're not happy, tell me.
Yeah. Outstanding, man. So how long does it take you to actually do one of those enclosures?
Well, I have the plates. I have the plates actually laser cut or water jet cut out for me. Right. So I don't cut the plate out. So I have the plate cut out for me, and then I take it and then I put it in the machine and bend it. That process takes about 3 minutes. About 3 minutes to bend, pull, place, bend, pull, place, bend. You got to do that 4 times, and then it takes a couple minutes to do the bottom plate. Because they're already cut out, right? So it doesn't take a whole lot of time. I think it takes probably takes me about 10 minutes to take 2 plates, one for the bottom, one for the top. About 10 minutes to break them, put the rivets in it for the screw, the self clinching nuts, and then put it in the blasting cabinet to surface the metal for paint,
right?
For powder coating, I should say, rather. So,
do you do the powder coating yourself?
Oh no, negative. I take that over to a guy over in Soldotna, which is about 20 minutes down the road from where I am. I was using a guy out of Anchorage for a little bit, but he just didn't do a very good job. But the guy here in Soldotna, he does a wonderful job. Man,
you lucked out 20 minutes away from like an expert powder coater.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he does. He does a really good job. Polar powder coating is what his company is called.
All right.
Yep, and he's got hand built ovens out of like boxcars.
Wow.
he's literally made his walk-in ovens out of boxcars. It's really cool.
That's neat.
He's pretty damn Alaskan.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, is that what the shirts you guys suggest as PDA? Everybody's
right?
like, yeah,
Pretty
I
damn
get it.
Alaskan.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's how it started. That's how it started. Mary's like, you ought to give it a try, and I came up with a set of kind of like some parameters that I wanted to follow to do it. And I'm still trying to follow them to this day. And so I think we released Red Cream Soda that fall of 2022. Buddy Blues did the Red Cream Soda for us, and the whole company just really took off.
Yeah.
And then I think about 3 or 4 months later, we released the Norris Fuzz. Shortly after that.
That's the fuzz
And
drive thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of customers use it as an overdrive. They roll back the volume and use it as an overdrive. It cleans up really, really well into a cool overdrive. And if you just take the stall on the knob is called stall, the gain is called stall. If you take that stall and just really dial it all the way back and pull the throttle all the way up for your volume, it turns into just a really good, proper overdrive. Nothing too crazy, but decent.
Yeah.
But it makes a really good op-amp fuzz. Also, a lot of crazy harmonics. I know I didn't send that one to you guys, but it's got really cool decaying artifacts in there, and it cool compression sound. It's got some LED clipping in it. Sounds really cool. Really
Awesome.
happy with that circuit. That one has got a really cool story behind it. I don't think we'll go into that story today about it, but
Go to the website.
But yeah, go to the website. Read the story
That's
about
where I
Norris.
learned about it.
Yeah. Go read the story, and that really happened. And I still have if you read that story, I still have the plaque sitting right next to me here on the shelf.
Wow.
Yeah, that really happened. And then I think it was the summer of 2023. It would have been, the summer of 2023. Kind of wanted to do something else, so I came out with our custom shop line, which is kind of like non-original circuits that give me some. The whole reason for doing custom shop was I wanted to play, right? I was kind of tired of building Red Cream Sodas and Norris Fuzzes, and not only did I want to have something else in our line, right, but I wanted a chance to breathe, and build something else, So, I came up with my tone bender, nothing original, right? But I just wanted to have an offer out there for that. And then my P&P boost, because I love, the treble boost circuit, wanted to do my own version of that. And I'm a big fan of the Sam Ash fuzz, the Astro amp. So I came out with amp ashes, kind of improved that circuit for my liking, right? And then the percolator circuit. That's another favorite fuzz of mine. I tweaked that circuit quite a bit to kind of get it where I like it, away from that kind of Velcro-y fuzz, which I'm not super into. It's cool. But like Berserker, they came out with that new Velcro. That's a cool pedal, man. But traditionally, I'm not real big into the Velcro-y stuff, so I kind of removed that out of the circuit, biased it a little bit different.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and poof, now we have percolator, So that's kind of what I did in 2023, and then here we are coming up with, and I got 3 others in the bag right now.
Wow.
That I'm still kind of refining. 2 of them will be released this fall, and then another one will probably come mid next year. But I also want to do a tremolo, and I really want to do an amp.
Really?
Oh yeah, I want to do a tremolo because it is one of my favorite circuits. I started working on one a while ago, but I kind of gave up on it because I wasn't quite getting there with it. And sometimes that's what you have to do as a pedal builder. You got to walk away. It's like a 2-year-old. At one point you just want to drop kick it right through the.
Don't look back in anger.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So you kind of have to put it down and come back to it, and that's exactly what happened with Pavolof Fuzz. That one took. Pavolof Fuzz has been in the works. I mean, we're kind of kind of working our way into that, right?
Yeah,
So I might as well talk about
let's
it.
do it.
Yeah, I mean, Pavolof Fuzz, that one is a year and 8 months. We're at a year and 8 months since that first idea till to now. That thing in your hand took a year and 8 months to like figure out.
I mean, well, it's we have two of them. Now, you gave us one that one's a fuzz face bass, right? If I can say that. And then the other one is the Darlington circuit face. Now, I think most people are pretty familiar with the fuzz face, so, don't want to belabor that. But you don't hear as much about the Darlington. Tell us about the difference of these and why it matters.
So the Darlington, so it's an Electra distortion circuit, right? Electra distortions are usually built with like a 3904, like a 5088 transistor, something like that. I decided to kind of do something more original, and I took two transistors and I put them in a Darlington arrangement and biased it for fuzz, because you can bias them, in different ways and kind of make them into a little overdrive or, or distortion or kind of like a fuzz torsion territory. So that's what the Darlington Electra is. It's an Electra distortion circuit with two separate transistors arranged in a Darlington arrangement, where you have two transistors arranged in a way that makes it like one transistor, a Darlington transistor. And that's what it is. And it's got a got a 2.2 mega ohm resistor in the feedback loop between the collector and the base, and it's got a bypass cap and a resistor to ground, and some hard clipping after the hard clipping off the collector there just before it goes to your volume pot. And it's one of my favorite fuzz topologies that's out there. And that's how I did that one. That's the big difference. And of course, if you want me to get into the circuit completely, at the beginning of the circuit, it's actually got a pickup simulator. Because that's kind of what Pavolof. Man, maybe I should just tell you the whole story, how it came about.
I like this idea.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, let's do it.
Well, it's actually funny that you brought up the pickup simulator, because I had mentioned that I picked up a pedal that did some pretty awesome things, and you're like, I bet that's two pickup simulators, and I never would have thought of that.
Which pedal was that again? I remember that convo.
That was the what was that? Oh, it was the Morley Volume Commander.
Oh, that's right. Yep,
Yeah.
I remember now. Yeah, I was going to go look that up, and I probably got busy raising kids.
Actually trying to get them on the show to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That would be really cool. I've seen. I was going through your list of shows. You guys have gotten some pretty big names. I think you'll probably do it.
I hope so. There's not too many left. That's the problem. Anyways.
Yeah, you guys have been doing this a long time. Well, let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's tell the
Pavolof Fuzz.
Pavolof Fuzz.
First of all, what's with the name? Why the name?
Two transistors. Two different circuits, both to create and to destroy. That's really what it is. So Pavolof, there's two volcanoes out on the Aleutian chain. One is called Mount Pavlov and Sister Pavlov, and they're two volcanoes that are right next to each other.
Awesome.
And for work, I used to travel the state. I used to fly from Ketchikan to Barrow to Adak and everywhere in between. I've been everywhere across this state. It's big. And, when I used to do a lot of work out in Dutch Harbor, the Bering Sea, I used to go out to Dutch Harbor all the time. 2017, I spent 25 weeks out there. No joke. I partied with all those boat captains, all the deadliest catch guys. Friends with some of them for quite a few years, but I've fallen out of contact because I don't travel anymore. But for quite a few years, I went out to Dutch Harbor quite a bit, and so I was flying over the Aleutian chain, and I used to fly over the volcanoes, and so it just kind of stuck in my mind. And how did I come up with the name? I mean, really, what it was 2 transistors, 2 different circuits. It's nothing more than that. It was just a thought that just worked.
So you did the other one in the fuzz face style.
Yep.
So
did the other one in the fuzz face.
Was that just for funsies or
no?
Okay. Which one came first?
That came late. Well, if you let me tell the story, you'd get all this.
I'm sorry.
I'm just messing with you.
Todd, stop interrupting the guest.
I'm terribly sorry. Yes.
Well, you got to. You can't just you just can't let me talk for 30 minutes straight, because that's what I would do. Yeah, people got to remember that you guys are still there.
Yes.
No, this is really what happened. I'll tell the whole story. So I went to after Norris Fuzz was released, and after I did Custom Shop, I wanted to do something else. And I came up with the Darlington Electric Circuit, and it's not really it's original in the sense that I use 2 transistors as a Darlington pair. I haven't seen anybody do that, but if you take those 2 transistors out and you put in like a 5088 or a 3904, you literally have like a Golden Fleece or a Greer Green Giant. Right? Bias different, but they're all the same topology. So I came up with the idea. I wanted to do it with a Darlington arranged transistor pair. And then I went to Buddy Blues and I'm like, hey man, I've got a really good idea. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the idea was to build the fuzz and have 2 foot switches, but have one of the foot switches bypass the volume pot. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're sitting there, you're playing the fuzz, you're kind of, you have your volume on the fuzz kind of like rolled back, and you're sitting there playing the fuzz, you're cutting back some volume, and then poof, you want to go into a solo or you need a whole bunch of volume. You hit the foot switch, it removes the volume pot, it bypasses the volume knob, and then instantly you have 5, 6, 7, whatever, more dB of volume, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, how about that, buddy? Should I build that? And he's like, no. He straight up told me, he's like, he says, Jordan, somebody's going to think it's cool because you think it's cool, but that's not really a game changer. And I'm like, oh man, I thought I was really thinking outside of the box here. Right. Mm-hmm. And then he said, how about this? And so then he said, how about you take a volume rollback and tie it to a foot switch, like your guitar. You're rolling back the volume on your guitar. Do something like that, but tie it to a foot switch. And then he said, put the trimmer on the inside of the pedal so you can kind of set it and forget it. And then when you want that rolled back clean volume, you hit the foot switch, and then you instantly have cleaned up fuzz tone, what everybody loves, right? Mm-hmm. But I wasn't a huge fuzz face guy at the time. I just wasn't. I've made a lot of them, I've given them to friends and stuff like that, but I didn't even have one in my lineup. And so I was building it. I wanted to do Pavlov originally off of the Darlington Electric Circuit because it does clean up into a nice little overdrive, kind of bluesy tone, it can do that. So it's a good candidate. The circuit is a good candidate for cleanup, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. So I did that circuit, and I did that, and it worked out pretty good, and I was pretty happy with it. But I had this itch. I'm like, because when you hear people talk about fuzz cleanup, it's almost always associated with a fuzz face circuit. And, part of running a business is trying to, you do what you want, but you also try to make your customer happy and give people what they want, right?
Yeah.
That's just a fact. I mean, that's good business, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to build something that no one wants.
Don't sell hot
You
soup
know?
in the summer.
Yeah. So I was like, man, maybe I should do a fuzz face circuit. And before that, I was kind of playing around with fuzz faces. I had somebody in our community that's really good with fuzz face. I won't name names at this point, but I was asking him for a little bit of help on a fuzz face topology circuit, just to try to kind of play with it and just try to get better at it, right? And so he gave me some tips, and so I took what he told me, and I kind of ran with it for a few weeks, and I kept putting the breadboard down, coming back to it, putting it down, coming back to it. And then at one point in time, I'm like, man, I really nailed this fuzz face thing. I think I ought to go ahead and put it into Pavlov. And that was only about 4 or 5 months ago. So I spent the first year and a couple months developing the Darlington Electric circuit with the pickup simulator circuit that's in it, and then the volume makeup circuit that's at the end of both circuits now. And so it was only about 4 or 5 months ago where I was like, yeah, I think I need to do the fuzz face for this also, because there's going to be people out there that love the fuzz face, that want that cleanup on the fuzz face option. So I decided to do them both, and that's really where it is. It took me about 4 or 5 months to figure out the fuzz face circuit, to get it where I wanted it, and it took about a year and a couple months to figure out that Darlington Electric circuit, to figure out the pickup simulator, and then to figure out the volume makeup at the end of the circuit. JHS kind of does something on their 3 series fuzz similarly. They do it with a BJT, just a single transistor. I do it with an op amp, actually. So, but it's pretty much the same concept.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is. So, and you kind of, I mean, I appreciate that you walked us through, like, here's the the guts. Here's how this works. But if we go back to just the fact that there's not a lot of fuzz pedals that I can think of that have a cleanup button on it.
That's true.
That's clutch. I mean, and it was hilarious that the same day that I opened this, I also got that pedal that kind of does cleanup as a utility. I was like, wow, those two
I didn't
things.
know that was the same day.
It was the same day.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's okay. I'm writing down a list. Cleanup, foot switch. Okay. So far, I have Snow, check. Oasis, check. Pugmires, check. Overdrives, check. Fun, check. And cleanup, foot switches, check. These are the things that we're similar in.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a pretty good list, man.
Was your dad ever in the military that you know of?
Oh, and don't forget Idaho.
Yes. Well,
was he ever in Idaho?
That's
Idaho
where the
for
okay.
leave? Or?
I gotta Idaho. Okay. All right. So you have now this is just being released. So if you go to the website right now, everybody, you're gonna see the cream soda, the Norris, and well, that's it.
That's it. And the custom shop line. The custom shop line that I do. Yep,
yes.
That's
and the custom shop. But never fear, because I'm quite sure you're going to have these Pavolof Fuzzes at the ready.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The morning of July 19th is the release date. I've got 4 people lined up for demos. And I've seen the videos for 2 out of the 4.
Yeah.
And I was completely blown away. The 2 videos that I've seen thus far, both of them are just absolutely killer. Wow.
Yeah.
I couldn't be more grateful to the guys that are doing the demos for me on this, and then I'm gonna try to do my own video this week. I just don't know if I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, just like an explanation video, like how I built it, why I built it. Here's how to use it. Kind of like what Zach does with Mythos.
Yeah. That'll dovetail nicely into, because this is going to be out. Let's see. Well, it'll be like a day or two after that. Probably like the 21st or maybe the 22nd latest. So yeah, that'll coincide nicely.
Right on. Cool.
I also, I do want to bring up, we've talked about the quality of this build, and we just, we had these pedals open. We love looking at the guts. I mean, it is so well put together inside and out. And the original take on the circuits, and I mean, bang for the buck, man, your pedals are hard to beat. I got to tell you that.
Thank you.
Because
thank you. We've worked really. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, you this is you do the thing.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, we really want to stand out, and so we do take the time to try to make things different, but also make them nice.
Yeah, well, and affordable. Like these are absolutely right in line with just about any other pedal you would normally consider. There are plenty of ones that are, way up there in price, and for the right reasons, people will want to buy those. But you've made these so approachable for a really wide range of fuzz needs and other needs in your custom shop line. You'll be missing out if you don't check these out, you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, at least watch the videos. At least give it a chance, because both of these circuits, I nailed the fuzz face circuit. It's good. A silicon fuzz face. It sounds good. It sounds good. And the Darlington Electric circuit, kind of some originalness there. It's a different flavor. It looks like a golden fleece on paper, but it's not. Yeah. I got a golden fleece right here next to me, and if you A/B them, completely different sound with the Darlington arranged transistors. If I put a 5088 in there, it'd probably be super similar, but with the Darlington arranged transistors in that Electra circuit, it's different. It's different, and there's no other way to describe it.
Well, I have one way. I think that the fuzz face is the guy that shows up at the bar at 12:30 and has been out for a while and is coming in for a ton of fun. And he's going to be loud. Yeah. He's going to put all the cool stuff on the jukebox, and he's going to wake the joint up. The Darlington one is the guy who was there when they opened the door and has just been chilling on his bar stool, but you don't want to tango with him.
He's got a dad bod, but he could still kick your butt.
Yes, exactly.
I just raised my hand. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm that
guy. Tony, which one what did you gravitate towards with the Pavlovs?
Of the Pavlovs, I think I did like the Darlington version a little bit better.
Yeah.
And the real kicker here is that cleanup switch, because that gives you a lot more control over the fuzz level, and as you know, it is designed to clean up.
I like the fuzz face one myself.
You like the fuzz face?
Yeah, well, because my music's a little bit more
fuzzy,
aggressive.
Yeah.
Not crazy pants,
Now, if somebody wants to, can they change that the trim pot on the inside for the cleanup side, or to clean it up, or do you recommend just leaving it where it is?
Oh no, that switch is there to be messed with. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it, is to set that set that trimmer that's tied to the foot switch, to set that where you like it.
Okay.
And then you don't have to touch it again. It's just kind of set where you want. That's how much cleanup you want. Yeah. And then
so you really can turn it into kind of an overdrive at that point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could totally, like, especially on the Darlington Electra, you could totally turn that trim pot down, that thumb trimmer, you turn that down into overdrive territory. Absolutely.
Yeah. Outstanding. And there's been a lot more out there on the red cream soda. But this is a fantastic sounding pedal, really unique, very versatile. Lots of, it's one of those ones where it's the little bits that you turn on the knobs that start to really react with each other. So, if you go swinging them wildly, you might miss a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I really appreciate that. We're proud of that drive. My wife came up with the artwork on that one.
Really?
On the red cream soda.
That's
she
great.
Came up with the artwork idea on that. I did the Pavlov, but she did the red cream soda, and she nailed it. I mean,
Absolutely.
She just came up with that. I'm like, all right, we're doing it. She also came up with the name for another little overdrive that we're going to be doing for Black Friday. It's called Tailwinds.
Ooh.
Clear skies and tailwinds.
You gonna tease that out a little bit? Just a touch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, it is. How would I tease that? I was just talking about this with two customers the other day. So the light speed is the organic overdrive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have all types of overdrives out there called a natural overdrive, organic overdrive, transparent overdrive. I had a customer say you should call it living overdrive. So I think that's kind of what we're gonna call it, Tailwinds Living Overdrive, because Tailwinds Overdrive is kind of a transparent, yet able to go into a real tube distortion territory.
Ooh.
It's really cool.
Is that going to be a limited run?
Oh no, that'll be a permanent addition to our lineup.
Cool.
And what's really cool about that one is it's going to be in our new mini enclosure, which virtually nobody has seen yet.
Wow.
Yep, we're coming out with a mini enclosure.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've already got a few
handy
built.
in a fist fight.
Oh yeah, you can throw them. They're just as heavy as a brick.
Yeah,
but yet
it's like a roll of quarters, but maybe a little bit bigger.
It weighs twice as much as a roll of quarters.
Yes.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
but still fits in your hand.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I really appreciate you sharing all this. It's like, I know we could honestly talk for hours and hours and hours, and you'll have to come back on and at least talk for some more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we are going.
Anytime. I think this kind of stuff is fun.
Yes, us too. That's why we do it, right?
You don't do it because you think it's boring. That's for sure.
We ain't getting rich off this. I'll tell you that.
Well, you're not.
Oh, what?
I have a special page that people
he's got
send
publishing
me.
rights with
Yes.
BMI somehow.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna rounding third. We're heading home, and we've got a place to stop. Don't we,
Oh,
Tony?
that's right. There's a little segment that we like to call
Would you rather?
All right.
Would You Rather.
Au revoir.
Rather. This week's Would You Rather
Yes.
is brought to us by our good friend Bruce Bacon.
Yes. He sent a slew of these, so you're going to hear more of them in the future.
This could be a continuing saga.
Yes.
So, in this Would You Rather, you go back into the studio as producer. Oh, you go back in time first.
Back in time.
Back in time in the time machine.
Yes.
Into the studio as producer supreme Bruce Dickinson.
Okay.
More cowbell, please.
Okay.
And you tell the engineer to keep recording the outro guitar solo 1 minute longer. This will not impact the original recording of the song, but it will allow fans to hear an alternate long version that might contain even more guitar brilliance. Would you rather hear the longer outro guitar solo for?
Hang on. We've got the list that he's come up with. I have to say, is pretty impressive.
Yes.
So this is the first one.
Number one.
This is number one.
Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb, or Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing.
Okay.
Both iconic guitar solos.
Outros.
And outros.
Yes. That's the key.
It's the
the
outro.
ones he chose. He didn't just pick great solos. It's an outro solo.
It's an outro solo. So which would you rather
Okay.
have the extended version? Comfortably
right.
Numb or Sultans of Swing?
All right, get ready to start swinging, everybody. Tanya Bolonsky, go
Yes.
ahead.
And both of those are great solos. It's a tough pick.
Yes.
But I mean, in my listing of, at some point in time, I listed greatest guitar solos, and then, well, this of course is the outro, which is kind of an extension of that guitar solo. Comfortably Numb, by far, that could go on for another 10 minutes, and I think I'd be happy with that. So that's, I have to go with Comfortably Numb.
Okay. Jordan?
All right. So it's always story time with Jordan.
Love it.
It's how I talk to people. You ask anybody, you want a short answer? You're not going to get it.
You're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So there was a time, and I'm not saying I do this anymore, but there was a time when I was 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, and I was working at the Pizza Hut in American Falls, Idaho, and I might have used to partake in the devil's lettuce.
Oh,
Ah.
oregano.
And good old oregano. And after work, we would all go up to the truck stop on the hill, and we would order chicken strips and funnel cakes, and we'd go sit out in the car and pig out listening to Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
And it would absolutely, without a doubt, have to be Comfortably Numb, because that brings back so many good memories from me and my buddies working at Pizza Hut, getting off of work, going and getting high, and just being teenagers, right? Not doing anything crazy, but sitting in a car, real chilling and doing that kind of stuff. It was a different time. It was fun.
You're not out there like teasing mooses and stuff.
This was in Idaho.
Oh, in Idaho. They have mooses in Idaho too.
We got moose in Idaho.
Yeah.
Oh, there are?
Shire's moose.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, yeah,
Didn't know
absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little smaller. They're not the big Yukon moose that we have
They're
up
like
here.
Yorkies. With antlers.
Exactly. They'll still trample you, though, if you get too close.
Oh,
Their temperament
yes.
is very much the same.
Now, the one thing I do have to point out is, most people that partook of said substances
Yes, lettuce.
would normally go through a Taco Bell. You mentioned chicken strips and elephant ears.
No, funnel cakes.
Yeah.
Oh, funnel
Well,
cakes.
we did. In American Falls, Idaho, back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was no Taco Bell, right? You had one in the big city, but American Falls is still small. I think they have a Subway now, but that Pizza Hut is now gone.
Where would one get a funnel cake if it's not like a state fair or something?
Well, it used to be up at the truck stop. But I think that truck stop is even gone now.
Yeah.
So in
Crazy
American
thing
Falls,
is, they use the
Idaho-
same funnel for the oil.
Yeah, maybe it's using the same oil from the oil changes.
We can get a funnel cake around our parts here pretty easily. There's a cute little food truck that's over at the park on Wednesdays that sells funnel cakes. We've
Stop
gotten a
by,
few over
everybody.
there. Oh yeah.
Love it.
All right.
Anywho.
Todd, what are you going to do?
I am right there with you. I mean, so hard to beat.
Yeah.
So hard to beat. We're not going to get into what is in the top threes for us or anything like that right now. That
Yes.
but absolutely, I'm much more in that realm. Sultans of Swing it's fantastic, but it is sort of a singular kind of vibe, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah. Anyways, thank you, Bruce Bacon. I think this is going to be great fun going through this incredible list of yours. And, well, that being said, we need to thank some people, Tony.
You know, Todd, we do. At this point of the show, there's a special group of people we love to thank.
Yes.
These are our executive producers.
Keep the show going.
Now, an executive producer keeps the show going.
Keeps Tony rich.
Oh, yeah, man, I'll tell you. You should see my bank account. Woo! Executive producers help make this show possible. How do you become one? Easy. Head over to patreon.com/the Guitar Knobs. Check out a couple different levels in which you can participate. Become a friend, a sponsor, a hero of the podcast. Each level comes with some very nice thank you gifts and opportunities to win great stuff. We've got some T-shirts we're giving away here in a little bit. But above and beyond all that great stuff, there is one thing more. What would that be, Jared?
You get to have your name read on the thing.
That's right. Your name read on the thing. That's what I'm going to do right now. So special thanks to these executive producers. Anthony Lathrop, Brett Hogarth, Cameron Pampas, Darren Gregory, Don Kloss, Elad Mizrahi, James Bell, James White, John Esterly from Rare Buzzer Effects, John Sebastian, John Halverson, all the Johns, we've got them. Justin Jones, Ken Sayers, Michael Senchuk, Mike Davenport, Owen Eads, Plutone, Ralph Gottschalk from Wonderful Audio Technology, what? Richard Kendall, Rick Calhoun, Rusty Sneeden, Stefan Lamb, Tom Barazin, Trevor Ellenberg, Trevor Gunberg, and Vader and Pedals.
Well, if Rick Calhoun can do it, I can too. I'm gonna have to go do that. I can't like Rick outdo me.
Oh,
That was, I mean, hey, that's I'm not sure how I'm supposed to react to that. To be perfectly honest, that doesn't happen really on when we're talking. But
wait,
but somebody else might have just beat you. This just in,
newsflash, Jimmy Crack Corn from Idaho.
yes.
Thank you, Jimmy. We really appreciate it. But you know, Todd, there's more. There's a special group of executive producers. We call them our Grand Poobahs. These are the creme de la creme, the top of the heap, the A number ones. Mm-hmm. And they wear a fez on their head whilst listening to the podcast.
Yes, we actually have one courtside.
It's right there. I can see it.
Tickling the tassel right now.
Ooh, tickling the tassel, as they say. So special thanks to these Grand Poobahs. Anthony Giamolero, Billy Spitfire Unlimited, Bob Crouch, Brian Robinson, Cody Foster, David Kaminga, David Tyndall, Enrico Fernando, Fox Hill Studio, Gregory Randall, Hex Matos, John Williams, Martin Cliff, Michael Van Zant, Michio Murakishi, Amica Nazionale, Amoon Guitars, Pedro Vasquez, Sam Jett, Steve Keys, James Pennington, Zach Oswald from Brandon Wound Pickups, Jonathan Labate from M2 Labs, and Ty Barnes.
Yes.
Thank you, and more thank you.
Thank you so much. Ty sent us a nice Would You Rather too, which we'll have to get to.
Oh, yeah, I've got it on my list here. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, truly, we cannot do this without your help, and we truly, truly appreciate those who have been by our side for so long. The fact that we have as many episodes as we do is, I mean, honestly, we owe that so much to you guys for that. All right. Thank you, Jordan of MMK Electrics, for being on our show, telling us all about these awesome pedals.
Yeah, great stuff.
Call me anytime. I love to talk.
Excellent. Where can people go get these pedals?
Well, on Saturday morning, they'll be on the website, mmkelectrics.com. I don't think any of our dealers are going to have them at this point. They probably will in the future. Mm-hmm. But right now, there just hasn't been time. There hasn't been time to collaborate that, unfortunately. So, yeah, mmkelectrics.com.
All right. So if you are a dealer and you're like, hey, I'd love to have these pedals, maybe get a hold of this dude, huh? All right.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, we do need some overseas dealers. So if anyone's interested in that, you know where to find me.
Yep, we got lots of overseas peoples and listeners all over the place. Tony, where can people find the things that you do?
Easy enough. Head over to pickguardian.com. Check out the stuff that I do. What do? I make custom pickguards for guitars. How do you get one? Shoot me an email. Let me know what you're trying to do, material, pickups.
What is that email?
It's info@pickguardian.com.
All right.
But there's also a link right on the website.
Yeah.
Clever how those things
Yes.
work. And yeah, I'll take good care of you. And as Todd always says, it's your opportunity to make your guitar even more your own.
Well, you botched that one.
Did
all
I
up.
botch it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's your chance
Your chance.
to make
Your guitar
even more yours.
Oh, so now I have to pay you the royalty.
Yes, exactly.
And the first time I
Read the
didn't
card,
have
Tony.
to.
That's all you got to do. This is not a tough gig. Hey, you can shoot me a DM at Instagram at Guitar Knobs and just Guitar Knobs, and we would love to hear from you. Tell us what you think about the episode. Tell us what you think about the pedals that you own or that you've bought that you're interested in. Send us questions like Darren Gregory or awesome would you rathers like Bob Crouch and Doug Bacon and Ty Barnes and
Well, maybe Bruce Bacon.
Bruce Bacon. Who did I say?
He
Bob
said
Bacon?
Doug Bacon.
Doug Bacon. I went to Doug Bacon used to. Yeah, that's a friend of mine from. Wow, that's a weird
Flashback.
Woo-hoo. Yes, sorry, Mr. Bacon. Okay. Anyways, thank you all. Have a fantastic guitar week and subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
Check baby. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I had oh my gosh, I don't know if I can. What did I have for breakfast?
What didn't you have for breakfast?
Dude. Well, I didn't have cereal.
There you go.
I didn't
The
have
side
oats.
of
I
moose was
didn't-
the day before.
Salmon mousse.
I don't think I had a banana. I definitely didn't eat any fish for breakfast. Dude, this really bothers me. Why can't I figure this out?
By the way, I'm Tony from
Yes.
Pick Guardian.
Tony, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tony from Pick Guardian. I think we're gonna have to just call you Mike tonight. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
forget the formalities of Michael.
It's in all the scripts. So
Oh, about 8 hours north of where we are.
why don't you see if you can get him on the
Well,
phone?
that's practically next door up there, right?
There's a lot of truth to that. Whenever you arrive at one, there's always a car sitting on its side. I mean,
Driven by a polar bear.
Yeah.
Bubbly things.
Soda pops?
Let me have a soda.
That's what they call them in sodas.
soda pop. It's probably because I've watched Grumpier Old Men 1 million times. Loved that show.
I got in and the doors closed and she goes, "Oh, you know it's gonna snow this weekend, don't you?" She says to her friend, she goes, "Oh, I know. I hate the snow." It's like, you live in Minnesota. What's wrong with you? Move.
Oh, I grew up in northeastern Ohio, and we had, as a kid.
Muggings and robbings and
Well, we had
Oh.
a strong mafia presence, but that's a different story.
I think that's when you like leave a vehicle sitting. Hold on, I got to burp. I think that happens.
it was not. They're like, this isn't gonna fly, and then it flew, and they're like, oh, how about that?
Oh, that's dirty, filthy lie.
It's a true story. Anyways,
I'm sure a Boeing engineer or two would disagree with you.
Tony. Well, now they say it flies, of course.
But I need to start a pedal/travel agency business.
Yeah, there you go.
Airbnb/pedals.
Yes.
Here's a really good overdrive. Would you like to go fishing too for an extra?
Love it.
An extra $199.
We lost huge altitude. I mean, we dropped. I was out of my seat. And I was like, wow. Not the Bering Sea! Not the Bering Sea! Oh my God, not the Bering Sea! Like,
Yeah, you don't
we
want to
can
go down
crash
there.
anywhere, but not there.
Oh my God.
I literally was in my seat saying that. And Cammy's like, Bering Sea, what are you talking about? I'm like, there's gonna be crab food, oh God!
I mean, crab food.
And away we go.
Well, that's it for these knobs. please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theguitarknobs. Visit our website at theguitarknobs.com for all of our past episodes, 4 on the Floor blog, and other good stuff. You can connect with us on social too at our Facebook page and share your gear and stories on our Facebook group. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram at Guitar Knobs. Catch you next time.